Okay, so again, climb and descent performance. Piper going from John Wayne to Brown, which is way down there on the border. I promise that has nothing to do with any of the current news. So it's just a fun airport. Huge improvement on the screen layout. Awesome, Kim. Thank you. Yeah, you don't need to see anything else other than the ForeFlight. I do, however, have a little present coming tomorrow, so we'll have some changes, which I think will be for the better as well. Okay, first thing, we want a flight plan, and we're going to go to French Valley here first. That takes us away from Pendleton, which we can cut that corner if we really want to, and it keeps us over far enough to stay out of the Bravo. Then, because we want to... Was there a tack that we can get any... So by touching the screen, you can switch between sectional and tack chart, which is really nice to be able to do. This VOR, this Julian VOR is way too far away, I think, to make sense to go out there. Let's see if there's any other nav aids that we can use. I mean, that Alpine, what's this? What's that guy? Just some kind of intersection. Do we not have it on our list here? We could go GPS too, but let's just say that we're gonna be 4,500. We're going east, right? So let's just be at 5,500 on the way out there. So we need to be clear of the Bravos. This is kind of a tricky one, isn't it? So Pendleton, we're clear of Pendleton right there. And then we need a way to route around this Bravo comfortably. This Bravo, we're actually okay cutting that because we'll be at 5,500. It's at Barrett Lake. That Barrett Lake looks like it might be kind of a fun place to go. It might not be a GPS spot, but waypoints, nav, airports. Okay, we're gonna have to go GPS on that one. That should be okay, except we're gonna clip that Bravo right there. So let's go out to this private field there. The Flying T Ranch, and that looks just about perfect right there. Look at that plan. Hey Verity, what's happening? I have Piper. Oh, I hate Piper. I hate Piper POHs, which we're almost to that portion. There is my plan here. So if we go to the nav log, under leg, which I don't know if you can see this mouse right here. Is that popping up? Probably not. No. Okay, so under leg we have distances. Right, so we've got 38 miles, 36 miles, 23, and 18. So those are pretty big chunks, which is what I was hoping they were going to be. So I want big chunks. Yeah. Verity, I am doing fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, and we got the totals here. Okay. You guys can see it. I mean, it's big enough now where I think you could see it. So it's the numbers under leg, and it's got 38 miles, 36, 23, 18. That's what I'm referring to. Okay, we need to find the temperature. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to go to temperature, and we're going to get the temps. John Wayne, it's not going to show up because we're right over it, but it's 15. So we're standard there. And let's go down to brown, and it looks like it's probably going to be pretty close to that. Maybe a little bit less. Come on, Mitar. So 12, so it's a little bit less. But to make it simple, we could just say that they're both 15 just for the sake of it. All right, if I go into edit here, and I can, if you see on the left-hand side, it says 444 Foxtrot Golf. So that's telling me what plane I'm using. So I've got a couple loaded in here. I do have the X-plane Arrow, but I still kind of like to use the Archer one, just so as I update things, playing around with it, it's updated for the real plane. Then under here is the performance profile. Now here's where you could add a whole list of performance profiles. So I can have one for 15 degrees, I can have one for 10, I can have one for 25, because that's the temperature seems to be the big difference in performance characteristics. So you open up here, and we have climb rate, climb speed, which is VY, 76 knots, fuel climb per hour, that's again dependent on the temperature, but I kind of just leave it at 16 because that's a little bit on the conservative side. And then climb rate. Cruise is the same. You know, you can have just a planned cruise, and I guess you could calculate the fuel burn, which will differ depending on the air being hotter or colder, and if it's colder, it's going to have a little bit more power and theoretically get a better fuel burn. Again, I have 17 hours, so a lot of this I am going off of just studying and guessing, hoping that you guys jump in and correct me if I am wrong. And then the same with descent. You got speed, and then descent fuel per hour, and then descent rate per hour. Now the rate per hour I put in as 500 because that's an easy descent. Just like, hey, let's descend at 500. So that's pretty cool. Can you import those from other sources, or do you have to enter them manually? I think you have to enter them manually, Ernie. So if I just click one of them, it pulls up the edit. I can type in a different amount there. But where those amounts are pulled from is from the POH. And I apologize that it is going to be sideways. I haven't figured out how to flip this around, and I don't know if it's possible to do that. If anyone knows if it's possible, Kim, it does have a lot of information built in for aircraft, but for the descent profiles, it depends on where you're flying and what the conditions are. So what these charts display, and I really wish I could, this actually might be a good way to do it. Maybe not. Let's do transform, rotate, clockwise. Okay. We'll fumble with that for a little bit because I can sense that becoming annoying. Okay. Here is the issue, part of the issue. So let's go to climb. So you can kind of see where this is going. Engine performance, time and fuel to descent, or to climb, sorry. Okay. climb and fuel. So if you have a climb rate, it's going to be, the performance is going to be based on the temperature. What this does not account for is wind. And it's very confusing because I don't know how you would necessarily factor in the wind with these calculations. But regardless, this is what we're looking at. So we said it's going to be 15, so it's right in between the 10 and the 20, obviously. And we're going to go up to the 65 or 5,500 foot mark. So we're here. We're going to bring this up to 5,500. That looks roughly straight up. Okay. But this is why these POHs are so annoying. For those of you guys that fly Cessna, know that in the POH, it's a chart. So it doesn't look as interesting because it's just a matrix of numbers. But you can get a lot more, you can get answers a lot quicker than you can with this. This is a pain in the butt. So we're over at 5,500 and we go over until we hit these other arcs. So it's essentially what this this dashed line is. Beechcraft is the same, Tim. I think users can share profiles with each other, but not 100% sure. Yeah, it seems like there should be some functionality. I just don't know if it's part of the base subscription or the like Performance Pro subscription or whatever. Okay, so we're kind of at that dash line. I mean, that's not really where we need to be. We should be a little bit below that. But again, this is kind of where I don't like this because it's not exact. Do you, Cam? Yeah, they're a pain in the butt. So where these lines intersect, we draw straight down. So again, these are very similar. Let's see if we can get a slightly more unique line. Let's call that good right there. So we want to know what the fuel burn is. So there's the fuel intersection line. We're going to go straight down there. So to climb up, it's going to take us 2 gallons of fuel. We go over to time to get up to 5,000. It's going to take us, or 5,500, it's going to take us 10 minutes. And it's going to take us about 15 miles. Whoops. There. 13 miles. We'll say that's 13 miles. Imagine making a sim brief profile based on that. I know, seriously. It's stupid. So that's how I would do that. So on this flight, we're going to climb to 5,500. Now this is a different airplane completely. So this is Archer numbers, and we're going to be flying an Arrow. So it's going to be very, very different numbers, but at least in terms of, we can underperform the airplane to match this, basically. With the, we can leave the gear down. We could slow up the airplane, the Arrow, in order to make these numbers match a little bit more. Which is why I like having that Arrow, because when I don't want to play Archer, I can pull the gear up and, cruise at 140. So according to this is where it gets very, very confusing. According to this chart, it's going to take us, let's just say, 13 miles to get up to 5,500. 13 nautical miles. So let's go back to here and go 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay. And go back into here. So according to that chart, we are climbing until, okay, there's 20 nautical miles, so it's not there. There's 16, so it's not there. There's 14, so that's pretty close. So let's put that point in there. So that point is now where I have calculated, right over Rancho Santa Margarita, where I've calculated based on that chart where our top of climb is going to be, is right there, according to that performance chart, using the distance 2 and the time 2. Now the time, we've got under here, what is that going to be? 11 minutes. So that is actually pretty close. So according to this, we've got 11 minutes up there for the leg, and we calculated based on the document here that it's going to take about 10 minutes. So that was pretty close. All right, Tim, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. So that was pretty close, and we have that that top of descent here. Top of climb. Sorry, top of climb. All right. So now if we go back into the documents, let me clockwise 90. Okay. So go back in here and let's find climb performance. All right, climb performance now. So we're at 15 degrees standard temperature, which we've got a nice line there for standard temperature. And we want to be at 5,500 feet. And this is, as you can see up here, full throttle, flaps up 76 knots. That's what we have in there. Everything is correct there. So now we go up from standard. Let's make this actually a little bit smaller too. Thickness, opacity. Okay. So here's standard. Now let's go up to 5,500. A little bit beyond that. Okay. So we're right in that range. So now all we got to do is go over to that line. So from our 5,500, nope, that's not good there. That's right, looks like where it intersects. We're just below that one line. And that lines up nicely with 400 feet per minute. I don't know if you guys can see that. My fat finger is not lining up great. So there's a climb to 5,500 with the outside temperature of standard, and we've got a rate of climb of 400 feet per minute. What's up, Fracture? So 400 feet per minute, and this is where it starts getting kind of annoying. So that is our climb performance. Full weight, which, is fine. It's going to be a little bit, we'll climb a little bit higher than that because we're not going to be at full gross. But full throttle, 70 knots. That's our climb performance. So now if we go back to here, let's flip this counterclockwise. So now if we go up into for Foxtrot Golf performance profile, we can see the climb rate right here is 425, which was just from before. So now it's at 400. Now, this top of descent marker, which we had actually calculated to be pretty close, is going to show, it's going to get there in 11 minutes. So we're still good on time there. But that is 14 miles. Let's go down to descent now. and do this calculation really quick. Okay, so that didn't really change much. I actually don't think we even had to look at that, but okay, so here's clockwise, and let's go down to speed and power, range, endurance, time, and fuel to descent. Same deal here. We are at 15. That's wrong. That looks pretty close right there. And let's say that 5,500 is right about there. All right, 5,500. We're gonna draw a line going all the way across here. Man, this is difficult when you got fat fingers. Okay. Get that lined up right about there. Okay. Our time is down here. That lines up nice there. And distance looks like it's just a little bit after the 30. So that looks like it's going to be 31, 32 nautical miles. So we've got a descent time of 15 about, and a distance of 32. Okay, so 32 miles is what we want to find. This leg, what did we say this final leg was? 18 miles. Okay. So 18 plus 12. So we want to be 12 away from this GPS point. $79 away from John Wayne, I'm assuming. So what's the total? 114. All right, we got to do some stupid math. Why don't you use standard temperature reference line? I was using the standard temperature reference line, but it was at a different. It was going up to a different altitude. What is 114 minus? Okay, so that actually is 34 right there. That's 34 miles from the end. So we're gonna pick that guy right there. That's pretty much the same exact location. Right there is good. Okay, so according to that chart, that is where we need to start. Where we need to start our descent is right there. All right. Now if we go back into here, clockwise it. Okay, and there's not really a descent profile. Yeah, we don't really have a descent profile. So that one is actually okay. We just have to pick a descent at, and it's 122 knots. Like, I don't know why it says 122 freaking knots. That's crazy. But basically, if you just say 500 feet per minute, that'll do it. So there is the flight plan. When this is all done, in order to get the calculated top of descent, top of climb per, not the locations that we found, but per this. It uses the performance characteristics and will calculate the 400 feet per minute and the 500 feet per minute and actually make a nav log that will calculate that. So this is like the quick and easy nav log. But I have to send this to flights. Oh yeah, crap. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. All right, so now I sent this to the flights tab. And for some reason it defaults to overlaying it on an IFR chart. So whatever. But this is our little flight plan here. And you can see we've got 114 miles, hour and 7 minutes. If we leave right now, we'll get there at 10. We've got a 1 knot tailwind, so pretty negligible there. The whole flight will take 12.6 gallons. All that looks great, right? We can put it in alternate if we want. You know, that we could just put one in there just for fun. We'll just say Gillespie is going to be our alternate. And then we've got the aircraft and the performance profile. So here we can select from if we have like a standard or a cold weather or hot weather performance profile, we can just plug those in there. We can also, the bottom right hand corner there, file this flight plan for real, which we're of course not going to do. But this is where it starts to get kind of goofy. So here is the full nav log. Look at that fun time. So on the left here, we have our waypoints, heading, compass, heading, altitude, all that stuff. So in here, you can see this number right here. That is that first waypoint that we calculated was going to be our top of climb by distance. So according to the nav log, we're actually only going to be at 4,500 by that time at our 76 knots at 400 feet per minute, which just does not sound right. Top of climb here is showing a distance of a total of 21 miles from John Wayne. So it's actually calculating that it'll take us 7 miles longer, 5 minutes longer to get to our top of climb than we calculated based off of the POH charts. And again, we did both. We did the time and distance to climb, and we did the climb performance. And I would think that theoretically those would be aligned, but they're not. So the distance one is way more, I would say probably more accurate than the climb performance one is. Now take those values back to the POH, right to left. Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point, Ken. Thank you. And the same thing happens here with the top of descent as well. So the top of descent is actually happening before. Actually, we got top of descent down. We got the top of descent correct. So that leg distance right here is 0. Check that out. 1 second. Okay, so top of descent, we nailed that one. The ones that ForeFlight came up with. Yeah, okay, so if we go to, 21 miles? So we know the temperature, and we know the mileage, right? Time and fuel to climb. Time, distance, fuel to climb. Okay, so if we go 21, we'll go to 20. How about that? So here's 20 on that line, and 5,500. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. No, I'm doing that wrong. We go 20 up to distance right there. So yeah, there's no way that it's taking you to... Did I completely screw that up? Kim, I think you might be right. Shh. Upside down. Whoops. There we go. Where's this guy at? Could that have been what I did last night? That was confusing me. All right, so I had not set the altitude. So now let's send it to flights. And now let's get the nav log. Okay, so here's our calculated one. Here is the ForeFlight one. All right, it's still 4 miles further down. And we still nailed the top of descent. So that one is still... We got that by a mile. Watch the birdie. What's up, Iowa? Pressure altitude was the same. But you're right, it could be... That could be some of the discrepancy. You're right. It's some... I mean, it's taken into account the wind as well. And that could actually be more of a factor than anything. So you have a two knot tailwind average over the whole thing, and indicated airspeed, we're showing a +2 wind component, 2 knots, 2-knot tailwind, and then almost to a 3-knot tailwind at the top of descent. So we are getting pushed. We have a higher ground speed. By the time we get up to that, we're doing 85 already. And then we're up to 120, good Lord. Okay, well, top of climb 5,000. You're saying I got 550. Or, 5,500. Okay. Well, we got close. We got closer going through. Now, I obviously screwed up big time on the altitude there at first, but overall, I am actually not too unhappy with how that turned out. So we're 4 miles an hour, or 4 miles further, because we're significantly faster, and the charts do not take into account wind direction. So that's good to know. And then the descent, we pretty much nailed the descent there. Okay. What is the altimeter? I actually don't want to do that. That'll take too long. Our altimeter is gonna be 3011. So it's pretty high. But they are taking, so ForeFlight is taking into account a lot more than all this is. Because this just has outside air temperature and pressure altitude in feet. So we could get more specific with the pressure altitude. So if I want to do pressure altitude, a lot different from 5,500. Okay. So let's see. I'm sure it's in there. I'm sure it's in that POH. Let's go pressure altitude formula. Okay, let's say our current altimeter setting is 2 in the field elevation 5,500 feet. That means that 2,992 minus 2,945 times 1,000 plus 500 equals. Okay, what? Is that an E6B thing? Can I do it on the E6B? Oh, we could use an E6B flight computer. Okay, so we can use that. Let's try that. For pressure altitude would be 4,500 feet. So how would we calculate that? So we got density, altitude. So it seems pressure altitude is 4,500, but I'm not 100% sure of my own math. Well, that does sound, I mean, that is the exact calculation that we just saw, right? And I think it was let's double check what the altimeter is saying. 3011. 3011. Density, altitude. So let's. Air temperature, pressure, altitude. 5,600. So let's go over to 50. That isn't even density, altitude. Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's really, really imprecise on that one. Okay, let's skip that. That E6B guy. My computer messed up decimal separators again, Europe. All right, well, figuring out how to do that on E6B would be helpful. So pressure, altitude, so standard pressure minus current pressure setting times 1,000 plus field elevation. So it's going to be negative, right? Yeah, so it's a little different to matter on that POH chart. Yeah, that's a good point, and that's a very good point that it does say pressure altitude. All right, so if I do 3011 minus 2992, we get 0.9, and then we multiply that by 1,000. So that's 190, and then plus 550. So 5690 is the difference. So going back to here, let's go back to documents. And let's go to clockwise here to climb. So 5690 is basically what we were looking at anyway. It's just the wind is what's making the difference. You know, because here's 5690. That's like where that blue dot is which you may or may not be able to see. I think it's 56. Yeah, Kim, you were right. 56 was correct. Yeah, 56.90, so it's almost 57. So that doesn't change it a whole lot, which is why these charts are kind of infuriating, because they are so different. But let's just say from 56, which is a little bit higher, you know, we're actually pretty close to this standard line right there. Going down. So it's very, very small. It's 6 a.m. Yeah, that's true. Disregard all my math. No, Kim, you're very, very, very helpful. But that is a very precise way to do it. Okay, let's make sure I do this in the right direction. All right, so we're aiming for that, and we're gonna fly this thing like a Piper. Like a Piper. We're gonna fly this thing like an archer, not an arrow. So let's get this dude cranking. Ernie, I got your message, and no, that is a very fair point. If you want to just type that in the chat, I'm totally fine with that. Let me, I'll read what Ernie says. It makes minimal difference at the altitudes you're climbing to. It would be greater if you were flying higher. Not enough. Yeah, and that is, you're 100% correct, Ernie. So for the flying that I'm doing, also you're like 4 nautical miles off on top of the drop. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to be absolutely perfect, and given the way these charts are laid out, you can't do that. And to Ernie's point, which is 100% correct, when you're dealing with the smaller numbers, the margin of error becomes like huge. You know, if you're going up to 20,000 feet and you have, you know, drastic shifts in temperatures, or you know, the numbers are a lot bigger. So look at the standard temperature line. You should be mirroring that, not following straight up line. Okay, let's check it out. And let's clear this. So you're saying, Ernie, the standard temperature line, like, go up like that, and then go over. I'm not entirely sure that is the way that you do it, though. I mean, it's gonna bring it down a little bit. That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Yeah, so let's think about this for a second. So if the standard, I mean, I'm going off of largely what the what the sample does. So it says the sample for this chart, departing airport altitude is 2,000, so that's fine. Cruise pressure altitude is 6,000. Airport temperature is 21. Cruise temperature is 13. Right. Cruise outside temperature is 13. So time to climb. It seems it's a delta. I'm not entirely sure either, but pretty sure we had flight engineers do that for us. Because they do minus on the values they found. Yeah, but it's for the altitudes, the altitude difference. So if you take off from 2,000 feet and you're climbing to 6,000, you're really only climbing 4,000 feet. But the outside temperature for the cruise has an impact as to where you're climbing to. And it doesn't really show. And maybe it is a delta from the standard temperature. So standard temperature is on that line, and yeah, and here's why I think, because when you climb from standard temperature John Wayne, which is at sea level, that's where I think a lot of the difference is, because I don't have an altitude. Like it's just sea level basically, and sea level is at the bottom here, so I can't go over. Like it's just, it's just here. So there's nothing to actually subtract. If I was flying from John Wayne, that was 1,000 feet, and it was at standard, then I would go up to 1,000 feet, and then over, and then here, and it's like 2 miles there, and then you multiply that by it's going to be a little bit less. It's going to be up here, and then it's going to be here and here, whatever. So you're going to have 2 minus the whatever it ends up being. So that is, you start at sea level, so you only have a single value. Where do you find the cruise outside temperature? So the cruise outside temperature is going to be it's going to show up on the nav log here. I don't think it does, but it does show up if you go here and bring up the nav log here. Standard temp decreases with altitude. Yeah, and it's 2 degrees per 1,000 feet Celsius, right? Is the standard lapse rate. But I know we have the. Oh yeah, here it is. It's right here. So it's 5. So that does make a difference, doesn't it? So there's 5 cruise, and let's go over like that, and that goes straight down there. Time goes, that's not a good line for that. Time goes down there. Yeah, so that's a 10-degree difference. So that is, take the outside at sea level and then follow the sloped line. I don't think you follow that line. I've always been taught to just go find that and go straight up. Like the standard temperature I honestly don't know why it is angled like that. I think it's just a function of the altitudes going up. In a way, like if you're... so you can... Yeah, in case you know your outside air temperature, so you can go straight up. Yeah. Standard temperature. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why would that... And I'll get this thing flipped around here. So why would that... What could be the reason for that sloping upwards? If you're sitting on the ramp and you only know your current outside air temperature. Yeah, so you go standard. Hey, what's up, RC? Then you need to follow the slope line to 5,500. Right. That approximates, yes, Kim, that's what it does. It approximates what the lapse rate is. That curve is the lapse rate. That's exactly it. And actually, it does line up pretty close to a standard lapse rate because that's where we intersected right there from 5. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So if we know we're on standard temperature, if it's 15 degrees and I know I want to go 5,000, I can just go over like that. That's a bad line too. I can just go like, that sucks too. I can just do that and go straight down from there, right? Because this is actually saying that we're, these are obviously rough lines, but 5,000, if it's standard on the ramp at 5,500, it's actually 5. So you gained a little bit of pressure altitude and another little bit to correct the outside air temperature at 5,500. Yep. Or if you know what the cruising temperature, or what the cruising temperature is, and there could be like an inversion layer or some goofy stuff going on. So if you know that, you just go 5 up to 5,500 like that, which just happens to intersect there. And then we're going to go across there. Boom, boom. Done. Yeah. Nice frickin' job. So the remainder must be the wind correction. Yeah. Look at that. Holy crap. You guys are freaking awesome. All right, let's see how quickly we can get, or not how quickly, how accurately we can approximate this. Whoa. Okay. How's this? All right. Got to do my little RAM load-in trick here. Especially at this airport, there's so much crap around here that I have to do this to get everything loaded in. Okay, so now that we've done all that stuff, this stupid thing. Put it into practice. Okay, so we have information Romeo and 311 15 okay. Wind 070 at 4. Ugh. Okay. Make sure we're... This must be really quiet. Showing clearance, Archer 444 Foxtrot Gulf with VFR departure request.
Air 444 Foxtrot Gulf, showing clearance, good.
Yeah, we've got information. Romeo like to pick up flight following to Brown at 5,500.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf on departure flight heading 150, maintain VFR below 2,400. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5651.
651. Actually, could we get the El Toro departure? We're going to stay to the east of the San Diego Bravo, if that's available for Foxtrot Golf.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, no problem. On departure flight heading 080, maintain VFR below 3,000. Rest of the clearance is unchanged.
Okay, that's the departure heading 080 out of below 3,000. Departure frequency 128.1, squawking 5651, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, feedback is correct. Contact ground ready to taxi. Expect runway 20 left this evening.
Okay, 20 left. We'll contact ground. We're ready. 444 Foxtrot Golf. Thanks. That's a mess of a note scratch pad. Disaster zone. 56 5651. Okay, let's get that on there. We're gonna have a little bit of a tailwind. That's cool. All right, let's get our taxi light on here. And we're going to be at or below 3,000 there. Nice, Kim. That was a lot of math. That was way more math than I thought I was going to do today. Then I figured I was going to do some math today. John Wayne Ground, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf at Dove Street parking with Romeo. Request taxi to midfield run-up.
444 Foxtrot Golf, John Wayne Ground, taxi midfield run-up via Alpha, advise ready.
All right, midfield run-up via Alpha. We'll advise when ready. 444 Foxtrot Golf. How was that audio for you guys? Is that like making your ears bleed too? It seemed a little high. Sounds good? Okay, cool. Turn it down on my headphones then. I actually might have the old voice meter banana screwing with me there, but hopefully that will not pierce anybody's eardrums. And are we doing okay on the iPad? Yes, it's still there.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
We do have clearance, Clarence. What's up, White Leg? Good evening. White Leg, you missed a metric crap ton of math. Cool. Like, you guys hung in there, for those that did. It was pretty gnarly. All right, we're flying this as a Archer today, so that means everything is going to be in the down and locked position. It very well could have. Fracture, great question. I am working towards it. This is a approximation. Is that even a word? Approximation was the word I was looking for. Approximation of the plane that I fly in the real world, in John. It's a word now. Approximation. Now I kind of like that word. This is a livery done by Finbar that is the plane that I fly in the real world, which is an...
ground. 258 Delta Lima. West.
Why does that sound so... that's probably why. Yeah, I fly an Archer. This is an Arrow.
258
So
Montgomery ground, good.
I fly out of John Wayne in the real world, and
Delta Lima, Piper Seneca, PA34.
can use his tongue better than a $20 whore. Name the movie. That's a good one. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, Blazing Saddles? Wow. I got my private flying a 172. Nice. Mr. Jones, Blazing Saddles, and it was $2. Oh my God.
258 Delta Lima, say your position on the field.
Fantastic.
I'm at runway 28 right.
I love that movie.
Okay, do you realize that you're on an active taxiway? You need to disconnect and reconnect.
That's my
from
mom's
non-moving
favorite movie.
airplanes.
Approximology.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, we checked everything. It's good. Jeremy Ground, Archer, 4 Foxtrot Golf, continue taxi.
4 Foxtrot Golf, continue taxi, runway 20 left, the Charlie and Kilo.
Charlie Kilo to 20 left, 444 Foxtrot Golf, thanks. Fracture, what airport did you get your PPL at? Hey, Brett. Brett, you missed some good math too. You and White Lake both dodged a pretty significant bullet. Yeah, it was. Oh man. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Thanks to Kim, we figured it out. And Ernie. Kim and Ernie were indispensable in that whole flight planning portion. But I think we've got pretty good top of descents, top of climbs. Kilo Echo Sierra November. No, you were Ernie. You helped. Where is what part of the country is that? ESN. RC, it's scheduled for the 19th as of right now. Maryland, right on. That's a fun part of the country to fly in. Yeah, Brett, it's a fun one, that's for sure. We figured it out for the most part.
Approaching runway 20 left.
That's right. That's right, ForeFlight. We are approaching 20 left. Is there a tool in ForeFlight that helps at all? Yeah, there's a tool in ForeFlight that just does it for you. Like, just full on just does it for you. I mean, you have to do some calculations, but it's nothing. It's nothing like doing it completely manually, which honestly is not that bad at all. There's just I was basically comparing what ForeFlight gave me versus what I was able to calculate separately, and we got pretty close. What it doesn't account for is wind, which is kind of a bummer. All right, so we're flying out at 080 out of below 3,000 feet. We got our departure frequency ready to go. We don't have our GPS programmed because we don't need it, because we're in ForeFlight land now. We actually don't have in here is that set. Okay, so that's good. All right, and keeping the prop full forward, we're keeping the gear down, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. John Wayne Tower, good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf holding short, runway 20 left at Kilo.
444 Foxtrot Golf, John Wayne Tower, good evening, wind calm, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 20 left at Kilo, 4 Foxtrot Golf. We're going to Brown Field, right on the border there.
Approaching runway 20 left. Entered runway 20 left. 2,500 feet remaining.
They said tequila. Lots of right rudder. Okay, everything is in the green. Airspeed is alive. 60's coming up quick. Okay, we have 20 extra horsepower, but other than that, we're just gonna keep it Archer Town. Start a turn here, and we need to be at 76. It's 450. Kilo sounded like tequila. Well, we are going pretty close to the border. Alright, let's go level it out here. Now, the only wrench in this plan could be our restriction, our altitude restriction. But I think we probably will be own nav before we hit that. Climbing through 800 for Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, thank you. Have a good night. Contact SoCal departure.
All right, SoCal, have a great night. 4 Foxtrot Golf. See ya. I love how much Chris RPs this. It's freaking great. SoCal approach. Good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. 1,000 restricted to 3,000.
444 Foxtrot Golf. SoCal departure, John Wayne altimeter 3010, radar contact.
3010 for Foxtrot Golf. Sweet white leg. I like the sound of that, dude. We're dead on our
4 Foxtrot Golf, proceed on course, maintain VFR, appropriate VFR altitudes.
Okay, we'll remain on course and resume on now for Foxtrot Golf. Yeah, dear, what's going down? Okay, so now we are free to move about the airspace. So let's keep going at VY here.
25 out of the Lima, Montgomery ground, good.
Cabin, yeah. It's like not much room to roam there. Is there, Forelli? Nope, there's not.
25 out of Lima. If you're looking for Alpha clearance, you need to call clearance delivery on 123.72.
Yeti. Okay, that's right. Yeti. Okay. I will remember that. All these J planes with the 70s interior. I know, seriously, it's so hilarious. And this is painted. It used to be red, and it was a real real hard on the eyes.
Delta Lima, Montgomery clearance code.
And a kilo of cocaine, yeah, no kidding. What's up, 99 to life?
Roger 258 Delta Lima, Roger. Stand by, clearance on requesting. Expect the San Diego Papa 13 tech route.
We just need a hole in the bottom. Toss that out. Doing okay. Doing okay, 99. We had some fun with math earlier. Margaritas all around. I am on board for that. Could actually go for some rum.
258 Delta Lima, have your clearance advisor ready to copy.
Hey Julia, are you still here?
Actually, 258 Delta Lima, don't have the equipment suffix. What's your equipment suffix, please?
I don't think Julia is
258 Delta
here.
Lima, cleared to the Burbank Airport on departure flight heading 270. Expect later visitors to the Oceanside VOR. Join the San Diego Papa 1.
Zia rum? Yum.
Maintain 3,000, expect 6,000, 5 minutes.
That sounds delicious.
Frequency 119.6, squawk 1544.
Thank you, Nightbot. Yeah, for those of you that are new tonight, I do have a YouTube channel with some of my real-world flying videos sprinkled into the flight sim stuff. So if you are interested in that, there is the link. Yeah, Captain Morgan is good. That was my drink of choice in college, and it just gives me heartburn even thinking about it now, the spiced one, but the clear stuff is pretty good. Fracture, right on, man. Well, I appreciate... Smash the crap out of the thumbs up button. Thank you, Fracture, and thank you, White Leg, for manning the smash. So flying this thing like an archer, got the gear down, like a bunch of idiots.
4 Foxtrot off the airport traffic off your left, 1.5 miles southeastbound on the case 4,700 Cypress on up.
Alright, 4 Foxtrot Golf, we'll be looking.
A good pilot is always learning.
A good pilot is always learning, Ernie, thank you. That was something that I picked up on a YouTube video as well. Exactly 99. Only sissies need landing gear. Is that when you're looking for traffic, and this is actually from a controller out of Palomar, that said he likes it when pilots, if you're told to look for traffic, saying looking instead of like we'll be looking for that traffic. By omitting the word traffic, it just makes it clear in amongst busy airspace that you didn't mistakenly say like traffic in sight. So if you leave the word traffic, if you reserve that for only when you have traffic in sight, that it can sometimes help confusion. So I thought that was a interesting suggestion. So 4 Foxtrot Golf looking rather than like we'll be looking for that traffic, or we'll keep an eye out for that traffic. So just looking. 4 Foxtrot Golf looking. Negative contact. Yeah, I think you're right, M3 on that. Yeah. Technically, but I finally broke my with you. Nice, Brett. Yeah, and M3, I don't know if On some of that stuff, there's not really a like published correct variant of that. It's just like an acknowledgement, and there's, you know, just kind of certain. Again, I could be totally wrong, but from what I have, from what I've been told and understand, that it's more of just an acknowledgement, however you want to do that. People sell controllers short by some instructors think that they are smarter than they are. Yeah. AIM, does it say in the AIM that it is like negative contact? Well, I know there are like published phrases, but how does traffic reporting change if you have ADS-B, or do you stay the same? It stays the same. Yeah, it does not count. It's got to be visual. You can't say that you've got them on ADS-B. They don't actually care. We're pretty close. Yeah, and it's ADS-B out is what's required. All right, so here is our top of descent point, and there is, or top of climb, and there we are right there. So I would say that was pretty good. That's pretty close. And now we can go 088. You don't want to see them on the fish finder either. Yeah, no, they hate that. In fact, that Palomar controller mentioned that, like, the fish finder is just like stupid to say that. They're like, yeah, we don't really care. We don't need to hear that. That doesn't mean anything to us. So stop saying it. Which is pretty funny. 99 to life. Welcome aboard officially. Thank you so much. I don't want to get mocked by the PE controllers though. This comes with the territory though.
Bill's one of my favorite guys to yell at.
Top Gear 2 trailer's out? I'm with you on the fish finder. Oh my god, the Top Gun. Shall we watch it together?
Tower, good evening, the wind 0505, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Oh my god, it is out. Oh my god, okay, here we go, hang on. Yeah, here we go. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. You need to step away for a minute.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, contact SoCal approach 135.4, make the request.
Okay, 135.4, 444 Foxtrot Golf. 135. Hang on. In-flight movie is about to start. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 5,500.
444 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal approach, Ontario, altimeter is 3012.
Alright, 3012, 444 Foxtrot Golf. And we need to step away for a minute. Is that okay?
4 Foxtrot Golf, approved, report back.
Okay, we'll report back for Foxtrot Golf.
Calling John Wayne ground, say again. Eagle 111, loud and clear, just breaking up at the end. Need to, I think it's just need to put, hold your push stalk down just a little bit longer.
Oh, this might be BS. Did we get... We might be screwed on this one. It is crap. Damn it.
Not in my body, but in my mind. It feels like it happened yesterday.
Darkness, my old friend.
Brett.
I thought of being an instructor. Pop gun? Yes, sir.
Because a vision
Then he became an instructor. Oh my god.
Will not find a finer fighter pilot anywhere in the world.
I was sleeping.
What's going on here?
Revolution's in the air.
Is it stealth? Also, it's tiny. We think it's an unmanned aerial vehicle.
You have radio contact? Non-responsive, sir.
We have to strike back now.
We could use someone like you.
Silence.
Welcome back! There's support on the way.
Mavericks airborne.
Drone of death.
Yeah, I got him. Here we go.
Or maybe at the end of it, he gets beamed up into L. Ron Hubbard's mothership or something.
I got you down.
Oh my.
Shit.
Oh my god. That's pretty brutal. The only thing I have to say about that is this.
There to Victorville Airport has filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect 9,000 5 minutes after departure.
I want some
departure
butts.
frequency on 135.4. Squawk 7171. Check report on Bravo.
Check your 4 Delta Bravo. Repex correct. How long do you need?
Is what it is. It's just
We're ready to go. 4 Delta Bravo.
total sh.
4 Delta Bravo. Release for departure clearance. Border
Well
Bravo
done.
0,
Well done, everybody.
40.
Yeah.
In 4 minutes, advise of
Ugh.
this frequency change advisor frequency is approved.
Take clearance void if not off by 0540.
Yeah. I've actually seen that before. That's really bad. It's really crazy. SoCal approach. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. Back with you.
4 Foxtrot Golf. Rush, thank you. Number 8 Delta Lima, turn right direct ocean side, resume on navigation. Direct ocean side, on navigation. November 8 Delta Lima.
Hey, what's up, Pan Am? Okay, let's see how we can maybe update what we're doing here. So right now we're going direct to French Valley, which gets us into the Temecula Valley, where it's a little bit friendlier than these mountains. So that's really the main thing that that I'm looking at here. So minimum safe altitude is saying 6,100. We're gonna be okay. But once we get clear of these mountains, we're not gonna go direct to French Valley. We're gonna come in a little bit, and then and then go direct to our next spot. That'll shave off. What's up with the Julia cam? Oh crap. Yeah, we don't have Julia cam here. There. We sometimes have Julia cam, but not today. But sometimes we do. Every once in a while we will. It should be Maverick returns in. Yes, there is such thing as Julia Cam. It does actually exist. Top Gun 2. Maverick goes back to flight school. Cinematography would be pretty cool. Alright, so once we clear these mountains, we'll go direct to our next waypoint. Or he's just like old and fat, and then he buys a flight in the air combat. Marquette's out of John Wayne. I used to be the best fighter pilot in the world. Literally flying rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong for a novelty manufacturer. That would be funny. He actually is going out of Hong Kong. I accidentally had Julia Cam up. Yeah, I accidentally had Julia Cam up, and they asked if Julia Cam, if there actually was a such thing as a Julia Cam. And I said, actually, well, just like, does a Julia Cam actually exist? And I said, yeah, Julia, there is such thing as a Julia Cam. Even though, see, we got a little Julia Cam there. Kim waves. Could you do me a massive favor? Could you get me with a little brandy? That's something that we have that would be good to eat. We gotta want rum. Yeah, just give me a little brandy. Do you want a little brandy too? No, you got it. Okay.
Will advise joining Victor 442, Port Delta Bravo.
Let's see here. I've been already warned all of the PE controllers that I'm in contact with that if I ever start flying again and with them, that I will use with you on every communication because I know it only bothers them. That is very true, Ernie. That's super funny. Together with In the Box and Here Comes the Flash. Yeah, In the Box is a good one. That one's pretty funny. Wait until next week. Weather will really suck. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be really bad. Weather in Irvine has not been the best recently. It's been cold, but the rain definitely sucks. Thank you. I've told them with a flash before, but I've never used In the Box or Fish Finder. Here comes the flash. So cheers, everybody. Got a little dark spirit here. We have to keep our bags on the upper deck. I use a plastic bag to wrap my main bag in order to shear the clothes from my smell. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. UPA will carry it. And M3, what plane do you fly? While you're typing that response, we're going to go direct to this guy. Update that homeboy. And let's find out.
Yeah, I got a change.
127.
Alright, back on 1544. 258 on the limit, radar contact, 11 miles south of the Oceanside VOR 6000.
Oh, that's right. M3A. That's right. That's right. I knew that. A lot of shit just goes in one ear and out the other recently. Yeah, in the box is crazy. But with you is amazing how many people say that. My God. It's just all day long. And I think it's more who gets the pleasure out of cleaning out the holes? I think at this point it's more of a people that do and people that don't. Because it technically isn't stated that it's wrong. It was in Keith's original videos. No, I think because it's done in the real world all the time. All of the time. And, I mean, M3, you know, like, I hear it mostly, I hear it from the commercial guys. That's who I hear it from mostly. It's like, it's non-stop. In the box sounds really dirty. Alright, 119.6, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Thanks. Let's get this cloud. SoCal Approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 5,500.
Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf, SoCal Approach, Palomar, Timber 3011, good evening.
Alright, 3011, 444 Foxtrot Golf, thanks. Yeah, so that's the call that that most people will say with you at. And all you got to do is just say your call sign and call sign, your tail number and the altitude. That's it. Live horses for human consumption. Yeah. What version of the 28 do I fly? I fly the Alpha, PA-28 Alpha, a little cutie little Archer. Big old stupid cloud getting in our way. We're going the wrong direction.
94 Delta Bravo, I believe you got to do one turn in the hold. Yeah, I saw you did the entry, but you actually have to do a full turn in the hold after the entry.
Am I getting anxious for my cross-country flight? It's actually been not that bad, honestly.
Yeah, I think you would have got it. You nailed the entry, so.
The first time it got canceled, I was really upset because I was like amped up for it and ready to go. And then after the last two times, hasn't been that bad. I'm kind of taking the time to make sure I'm like super over prepared. But also the first weekend that it was canceled, which was the 5th, I think. Was that this past Saturday? Yeah, I think if the 5th was this Saturday, then yeah, the 5th was the first one, and that had crazy winds. It was like really dangerous, like Santa Ana. Oh no, it was the 29th. That's right, it was the 29th. Santa Anas were blowing, so it was reverse ops, and it was crazy. It was like gusting in the 20s, so that would have been canceled anyway. This past weekend it was raining and had a really low ceiling, so that would have been canceled anyway. And then this coming weekend is supposed to be raining with low ceilings so it would be canceled anyway again. So looking back on it, it's actually I wouldn't have been able to fly anyway. So knowing, you know, further out is actually fine. So. Nice 99. No, that's some solid aviation innuendo right there, and we can bring in the Little Rock Airport anytime. Thank you very much, Freight Dog. I appreciate that. I'm very excited for it. I've done the flight a million times. You know, I'm definitely not nervous for it, which is kind of an interesting feeling. Let's get this thing recalculated. I'm not nervous. I'm just excited. 35. Oh shoot. There we go. 135. Okay. Retard. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. Do you have a updated altimeter for me?
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, coast altimeter halfway Palomar 3011.
3011. Okay, thanks. 4 Foxtrot Golf. It will definitely be a day to remember. That is for sure. It's the few times so far that I've been up by myself. It has been freaking amazing. Abort. When's your next trip up, Ken? It feels like it's been forever for me. I was up Saturday with Brad in the Bonanza, but I haven't flown in seems like forever. I cannot wait. Weather and finances definitely have to be in alignment. Tanqueray and apple juice. God damn, 99. Hash browns, scrambled eggs, and Tanqueray with apple juice. I don't know if I've ever had that before. Might be another 8 weeks. Well, hopefully it goes by fast. It's all I have. Well, is it good? I mean, I've never... Is that an actual, like, mix? I'm just drinking brandy neat. So one thing about streaming versus actually doing it for real is, you know, I'm like as focused on making sure it's like everything's working as I am flying the plane, which is not always a good thing. And I forget things like turning off the pump and all that crap. That was mandatory at the time, although could have dodged it like many friends. Was easily thought I owned that to my original. Country of birth at least. Well, M3, that thank you for serving. That's awesome. White leg, I'm working on a screwdriver. Nice. That does sound fantastic. Alright, we're going a little bit off our intended course here. We want to be at... Let's get closer to 3-0, I think. That should get us back on course here.
126.1, Joshua approach here.
A little bit closer. Where are we actually? Oh, we're Fallbrook-ish area. Craving a strong Mai Tai. Yeah. That sounds good too.
Joshua approach, Cherokee 924 Delta Bravo is at 9,000.
Cherokee 924 Delta Bravo, Joshua approach, Victor altimeter 3015, advisory near the weather and safe approach request.
Altimeter 3012, we have November, request the VOR deviate runway 17, Victor Bell 4 Delta Bravo.
04 Delta Bravo, altimeter 3015, and approach request.
3015, 4 Delta Bravo.
Okay, Brown. Field. Evidently since then I swore an oath to the U.S. Nice, M3. Should I get the X-Plane 747-800? Alec, that's a great question that I have no answer for. But I'm sure somebody in the chat might have some experience with that plane. Yes, M3, we are very happy to have you. I concur with Ernie there. Wait for V2. Look at our little Archer arrow with its sad gear sticking out. Oh my god. That's amazing. Also wait for the 11:30 final. Yeah, if you really want a good solution, wait until the next version, the next update of an airplane after 11:30, because I think there's been some issues with planes in 11:30. Yeah, exactly, Kim. Yeah, not risking buying a plane. Yeah, as I have heard that some of them have experienced a few issues that will for sure get ironed out, because you know everyone will be on 11:30, but they regardless do need to get ironed out. Do not know and would not tell you if I'm pretty sure the head of SSG has only set a release quarter target. Who knows? Interesting. Cool. Hey, what's up? What's up, Kong? 747-800 is the pet project for SSG for 4 reasons. Yeah, I mean that'd be super cool to have a super dialed in 747.
Cross Apples at 7,000, cleared VOR DMA runway 17 approach, turn keyboard Delta Bravo.
Just installed 1130 revision 3 today. I haven't touched it. I am just waiting for it to come out just normal, ready to go. I just realized the speed we're going, that's a little bit pathetic. Of course they released revision 3 today, yeah. I don't think it's a loaded question. It's been kind of an interesting release of it. I remember them talking about it at the Flight Sim Expo last year. They gave a big presentation about 1127 and then 1130, and it seems like there's a oh yeah, here we go, release notes. Thank you, Kim. There's a lot of visual components to it. So new ATC voice system, particle editor for aircraft, which is going to be great. Autopilot and aircraft updates. So we've got AP changes, propeller feathering, anti-de-icing systems, oxygen, autopilot parameters, engine governors, vacuum systems, gyro limitations, industrial zones for autogen. Let's see, new shader, part of Vulcan. Let's see, panel res bump to 4K, update airspace, sector altitudes and VFR map. So it's a pretty comprehensive, but there's a lot of really nice visual stuff they demoed at the expo, and is awesome. Clouds. I don't know. I mean, I've had some pretty good experience with clouds. I mean, granted, I fly in Southern California almost exclusively, so it's usually not much of a issue, but the clouds that I do see have been pretty good. Dude, he's very insane. It was... He's totally nuts, actually. I would say he's totally nuts. Like a savant. Certified. Funny how we really didn't see 1127. They went real quick to 1130. Yeah. Well, 1127 was the like Vegas was the big addition to that. The expanded Vegas scenery, which I loved. He was a crazy dude. It was amazing watching him talk. He's just like on a different level. That's... Just want ATIS in my headphones. Well, that's a Pilot Edge thing. To ATIS, I mean, we got ATIS in our headphones, but it doesn't sync up to Pilot Edge. That's the only caveat there. IQ does not directly translate into commercial savviness. That is the truth. But yeah, PE is working on that. There's just a lot. 1130 actually will help. Radio sounds go into headset. Other sounds go to speakers.
Number 8, Delta Lima, descend maintain 4,000. Descend maintain 4,000, Delta Lima. Four Foxtrot Golf, contact circle approach 124.35.
All right, 124.35, 444 Foxtrot Golf. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 5,500. So there's our little waypoint right here.
Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal approach, see Ramona, altimeter 3014.
All right, 3014 for Foxtrot Golf. Let's see here. Then there's X-Plane. Mr. Myers, the biggest break on XP platform growth there is. Basically, that's because commercial clients don't give up workout outlooks. Super cool guy, what's happening? It is a consumer product. Keith mentioned that they are going to be able to control the ATIS. Yeah, they're working on it. They're pretty close, and 1130 is actually going to be the key to it. As soon as 1130 comes out, something on the back end there will enable them to link the text that they want to the ATIS readouts. So that will be very interesting. The professional sims, the low res displays for guaranteed frames, yeah. A little waypoint is called a we point. Level D sims, they care about anything visual apart from accurate rendition and visibility. Yeah. One 5.5. Yeah, I mean, no one, like, you don't need shading and, like, you know, ortho scenery and, like, oh my god, look at how pretty the sunset is. You know, like, you're getting in, you're getting out, you're working on, you know, the buttons and the procedures and all that stuff. You don't really care about anything else. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all about the eye candy. I mean, like, look at that. Like, get out of here with that. It looks amazing. Nobody cares though. I mean, we care, but commercial clients don't care. Ugly plane, nice scenery. Hey, she's the prettiest. Why are your training wheels down? My training wheels are down to simulate the plane that all of this is for. So I fly an Archer, which is 80 horsepower less than this with fixed gear. So if I pull the power back, cruise at 110 knots, and leave the gear down, and warm the planet, that's true, it'll replicate the flight planning that I'm working on for the real plane. And the reason I bought this one instead of the Archer or Cherokee or whatever, I fly an Archer sometimes, is because they're the freaking best.
I think most Cessna drivers be freaking out.
You got it, Flight Chops. But yeah, so I just kind of want all the numbers to be for the plane that I'm flying, and then you know, if I'm doing like a flight sim economy flight or something, I can pull the gear up, pull the prop back, and cruise along. All right, Kim, let's check this puppy out. Oh, you got an Archer 3. Yeah, those are sweet. That's a nice livery there. And what panel do you have here? Dual 430s. Nice. Yeah, it's a good looking plane. I prefer actually the 2s instead of the 3s because I like the more designed. I mean, it's like they're older, but I prefer the like beveled edges and everything to the 3s, which are very, very flat.
Okay, you said you're doing a Cat 4 or Cat 3?
Whiskey Tango Fox.
Okay, 4902 Sierra Papa.
I should call the plane Sterling.
Traffic, report midfield downwind each time. Only 29er clear for takeoff.
Lana! M as in Nancy. We're coming up to our top of the descent here. Major Kong, your name isn't Sterling, is it? Oh, Nancy. No, it's M as in Mancy. Sometimes you see me in here as Sterling. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yes, got it. I like it. It's a great name. It's a strong name. How far away are we from our top of descent? 4 minutes. 8 miles away. All right. Kim, you've never seen the TV show Archer? You had to have seen Archer, right? All right, 8 miles.
Oh, go away.
Yeah, I need to make sure Goldsy's okay. I haven't talked to him in a couple weeks. Kim, it's an animated show about a spy It's freaking awesome. Yeah, I don't know it. Like I gotta I need to text him. I've mentioned him a few times in the Discord and haven't heard from him, so I hope he's doing okay. Anyone in here get X-Plane 11 on DVD? Negative. Does that even exist? Oh, Major Kong. Mallory is like your mom? Whoa. That's rough, dude. Yeah, DV, huh? That's true. Could be, it could be like the biggest maple syrup hangover ever. I have X-Plane 9 and 10 on DVD. That's hilarious. I wouldn't know where to put it. Can I mod that? That's dirty, white leg. I turned my cousin onto X-Plane. He built a new system, but the genius bought X-Plane 11 on DVD, and he says it won't run unless one of the discs is in the drive. Oh my god. I still have my 10-year anniversary special gold edition of Flight Sim. That's cool. Oh my god. Talking about Top Gun earlier, there's a guy named Philip volunteering at the, was that Marriott Small Flight Museum at Dobbins in Georgia. Legend, F-14 pilot on Kennedy. Retaliation raid on Lydia after the nightclub bombing. Damn. Libya, maybe? Top Gun instructor, Siemens Group, flight crew pilot, French wife. That sounds like that dude is living the human experience. Okay, there's our top of descent.
Over to Victorville Tower, check report on Bravo.
Let's figure out how to do this without this plane going all over the friggin' place.
Cherokee 924, Delta Bravo, Victorville Tower, good evening, wind 2005, runway 17, cleared line.
Caution, TFR ahead. Pray tell the TFR, homegirl.
Nation ATIS is 132.35.
13235. Okay. 13235.
Cherokee 58 Delta Lima, depart Santa Monica VOR heading 310 vectors to the Burbank Airport.
Santa Monica 310 vectors to Burbank Airport. 8 Delta Lima and 8 Delta Lima has Kilo at Burbank.
Roger. Number 8 Delta Lima, do you have a approach request or can you take the visual?
I'd like to go ahead and take the ILS Zulu to try to work my navigation system here and have a little comfortability.
Roger, vectors for the approach flight heading 295 after Santa Monica.
295 after Santa Monica, 8 Delta Lima, thank you.
Okay, that'll steer us clear of those clouds as well. Grey goose and orange juice. That sounds freaking amazing.
Thank you, runway 29 clear for option.
Are you really, Ernie? That's freaking awesome. You're in the Smithsonian. Freaking sweet. El Gargantuan, good evening, sir. It's actually not too busy, no. Yeah, it's not busy at all. I think you're good to go. All right, we're right at 500 feet per minute. Somehow, I don't know how. We're gonna cut right through here. In just a few, you not want me typing for you. This is not my first. Oh my god, that's awesome.
November 8 Delta Lima, contact circle approach now 134.2, good night. 134.2, November 8 Delta Lima, good night.
2.6s are good.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, advise from the other Brown weather.
Hey, we've got information echo for Foxtrot Golf.
SoCal approach, November 258 Delta Lima, level 4000.
November 8 Delta Lima, circle approach, Burbank, altimeter 3011.
011.
So we got a 4 knot tailwind.
That was an answer, step on second.
Oh, for Foxtrot Golf, we've got echo at Brown. Look at our fun little glide path. Thing is Tweak City right now. Oh, 1671 Quebec. I love this dude.
1671 Quebec, roger, enter left downwind for runway 21, report midfield.
Okay, we'll advise in sight for Foxtrot Golf. We see the flashing light there. Yeah, Sterling, where are you in the LA area? Woodland Hills. Okay, sweet. That's awesome. I don't know if I realized that you were in the area. SoCal approach, we've got the airport in sight for Foxtrot Golf.
Airport Foxtrot Golf, roger, thank you, sir. Radio service remaining, contact Brown, sir. Have a good night.
Okay, contact to Brown. Have a great day for Foxtrot Golf. Pasadena kid, huh?
Off the VR17, published missed approach.
99, I missed your communication. I've been close, for sure. And that's, Ernie, that's awesome. The McKay trophy, that's so cool. Chuck Yeager and you both about it, I love it.
Cherokee 4 Delta Bravo, say again, you guys step up.
Cherokee 4 Delta Bravo, disregard traffic no factor.
Roger, 4 Delta Bravo.
TFR.
San Luis Tower, system 4920, Papa, left down 129, full stop.
Number 20, Papa, runway 29, clear to land, one call.
Clear land, 29, 20, Papa.
Brown Tower, good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf with information Echo. We're 8 miles to the northeast for full stop. Walnut Creek.
Just verify heading 050 to join.
That's where I was born. John Muir Hospital.
Land wind 2005.
I do want clear land.
Brown Tower, this is Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf with information Echo. We're about 7 miles to the northeast for full stop.
Tower 4 Foxtrot Golf,
No way.
Brown Tower, good evening. And report a 3 mile straight in runway 2. Runway 6 right.
Okay, we'll report 3 mile final for 26 right, 444 Foxtrot Golf. We'll just put that in there because that's closest. That's crazy, 99. Yeah, that's where I was freaking born. Oh, dude, Ernie. Get out of here, dude. That's awesome. Oh my god, that's so cool. I want to go see that.
Tower 4 Foxtrot Golf, you have inside enter right to base for runway 26 right.
Okay, we'll be right base for 26 right for Foxtrot Golf. I don't know why that was off, but it was. Yeah, no, for sure. John Muir Hospital, lived in Lafayette. That's really funny. Ernie, you are a freaking war hero. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Okay, we've come all this way. We can't screw this one up. 526 MSL, so about 1500 is going to be pattern altitude-ish. You know, 99, not too often. We came down there for my birthday a couple of years ago and went to my old house and actually went to the hospital since it was for my birthday. What's up, Cessna? But I should get out there more often, really, because I do like it.
I think most Cessna drivers would be freaking out.
And San Luis Tower, system 4920 Papa is clear, runway 29 on Foxtrot.
4920 Papa, taxi ramp.
What's up, Richard?
To the ramp, this frequency.
Absolutely, 99. Yeah, definitely will. And likewise with you, if you're in the Orange County area.
I mean, I should pass it. I'm a real world private pilot.
Yeah, I would expect you to pass that. Shouldn't have any trouble with all the cat ratings.
No. I'm just trying to get them. It's fun, man.
Yeah, I've done it myself, and I'm a real world commercial pilot, so.
There you go. I'm looking forward. I'm working on my instrument rating, so I actually should be doing the eye test, but oh well.
Awesome.
No.
Thanks for the help.
Yep, no problem. Have a good night.
Brown Tower, 4 Foxtrot Golf final, runway 26 right.
4 Foxtrot Golf, runway 26 right, cleared to land. Wind is 0604.
Okay, clear to land 26 right, 444 Foxtrot Golf. And this is impossible to see.
Bravo, cancel IFR. Would like to land back to Victorville VFR.
That would have been really difficult without ForeFlight.
Application is received, squawk VFR. Change your advisory frequency approved.
No, not shutting down.
Sorry, is
quite yet.
Victorville untowered right now? 4 Delta Bravo.
Negative, it's still towered.
Just confirm change to advise. Did you mean change to tower frequency? 4 Delta Bravo.
4 Delta Bravo, I meant to say frequency change approved.
Okay, roger, 4 Delta Bravo.
Burbank Tower, November 258 Delta Lima, established on the runway 8 ILS.
I really would have liked to
258 Delta Lima,
have
Burbank
made
Tower, good evening.
Charlie
You'll
there.
call runway 8, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 8 Delta Lima.
At least the landing gear is out already. Yeah, exactly. Makes the Gumps check a little bit easier.
Victorville Tower, Cherokee 924 Delta Bravo is 8 miles to the west.
The landing rate is the Fly with Lua landing rate plugin. Okay, this is closed.
Enter right base runway 17.
That is closed.
Right base runway 17, Cherokee 4 Delta Bravo.
It normally indicates around 7. Yeah, White League, it's supposed to be a mess this weekend. Yeah.
Where are you cleared at?
Yeah, that's exactly what
That's a good question.
what I was thinking.
Little building in front of me.
That one, come back, taxi park.
There you go, taxi park. Appreciate the help, buddy.
No problem, good night.
Good night, Gary.
See you, Bill.
How does Gary know my name? What? Did he just say see ya, Bill? Dude, I am a Gary fan. Brown Tower, Archer, 444 Foxtrot Golf, clear of runway 26 right at Bravo.
Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf, Roger, cross runway 26 left on Bravo, taxi ramp via Golf.
Okay, we're going to be actually departing to the west here. Wanted to request a departure on 8 right. We had a little bit of a tailwind coming in here.
Alright, 4 Foxtrot, I'm only showing 4 knots, but if you want 8 right, I can get that for you. Same intentions, you departing which direction?
We're going to be departing to the west, headed downtown, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
So you did say that, 4 Foxtrot Golf, Roger, runway 8 right. Clear for takeoff. Again, the wind is, that's here, 0604.
Okay, clear for takeoff, runway 8 right, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Yeah, 4 Foxtrot, I'll make a left downwind departure, please.
Okay, we'll be left downwind and stay out of Mexico, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
I will
Greatly be advised.
Runway 08.
I think he says it does say Bill, but he was pretty quick on the
Bravo, one of my first
on the.
flights on pilot edge got lost, ended up in Mexico.
Did he just ask? Whoa. Okay. He's like, see ya, Bill. Like I had no idea that he would have known who I was. That's funny. I hear him every night. Five, 6, 7, 1 Quebec. 1671 Quebec. I don't know if he's ever been in the stream though. Imagine flying into a big wall. Oh my god. Yeah, he did say Bill, right? Yeah. That's freaking awesome. And the only reason I know he's Gary is because I asked Goldsy one time. I was like, "Hey, who's 1671 Quebec? I love that dude." And he's like, "Oh, that's Gary." Let's see if we can get some Bay Tour action going here. VFR corridor, above 3,300 and below 4,700. Okay. I've never done this before, so this is gonna be a mess, probably. Okay, let's go. Is this the same guy you were doing the John Wayne work with? The tanker, right? Your wife was asking about me last night? Do you make her, please tell me you make her watch Flight Sim Twitch streams. Is this the same guy you were doing work with, John Wayne work with? I don't. Oh, you mean the controller? Yes. Yeah, the controller is. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Well, hopefully she enjoys it.
Hey, Delta Lima, this is the first flight on pilot edge. Looking forward to catching a good job. Thank you, Bill.
Hey, Papa Lima, no problem, sir. Have a good night. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, it was fun. I'll be back. Good night.
We actually gotta climb up. Look at him grease this landing in. She won't stop asking questions. Interesting. No, we you're not alone in that, Iowa. I asked him, I just texted him where he's at, so I'm not sure.
Delta Echo cross 2-1 at Echo, we're Delta Bravo.
Let's make sure we're doing this right. I have no idea if we're even doing this right. No communication or clearance with ATC. Okay. So that's good to know. Shit. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, let's actually make this more than 8 so I can see what the hell's going on here. Okay, here we go. I think I got behind on you guys here. ForeFlight. Yeah, it seems like there's been some newbies. Okay, so we need to be at 30, we'll just call it 3,500. We're just gonna sneak through this corridor, if you can see it on the map there. Going back to Gary, I hear him just every night, and he's 1671 Quebec, and he's just awesome. And I just asked Goldsy like who that guy was. Like, oh, he works for, I don't want to like say who he works for, but he works in the aviation industry. And
Alright, thank you, and thanks for the help.
he's just always on, and his name's Gary.
Second 242, Los Angeles Center, roger, good evening.
Alright, we'll bring him up. Yeah, I don't hear you, Gargantuan. Okay, I'm doing pretty good so far. First time on the San Diego Bay tour. Good there. Check it out. So we're following that maroon dotted line right there. I'm following it quite well. Crap. Keep climbing. There's Limburg. That looks cool from up here. Kind of at night. You've got me on radar, nice. Going right through the Bravo without saying anybody. There was a neighbor, last name Marcus, he flew in a B something, 1715. Wow. 50 cal bullet. First aid, his shirt pocket first aid kit stopped it. Good heavens. You're staying out of the Bravo. Keeping it under 250. Yeah, I didn't really fly that exactly to spec. But we did make it out. Oh, I think I was supposed to stay on the east side of that. Oh well. We figured it out. Okay, now this is 4,800. Let's keep that. Montgomery Field is going to be right over here. There's Montgomery right there. Nice Mexican restaurant overlooking the flight line. All right, Kim. Have a great morning. Well, I enjoyed having you here. It definitely made a huge difference. So, thanks, Kim. Alright, we might cheat a little tiny bit here. It's just gonna be a little cheat.
American 242, clear direct to Hollywood. No, 316. Alright. It still thinks I'm going 148 knots.
Nope. Don't get mad at me, Chris. I'm going like 400 knots right now. Maybe you feel like 500. $15.3, 115.3. I think the radar and PE map is also only showing 148. Nice airplane, man. This is awesome. The controller is not in chat, no. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Sometimes he is. One 148, going a little faster than that. Yeah, I haven't. I'm on an approach frequency right now, Gargantuan, and I haven't heard anything. Making good time though.
American 242, cross Hollywood and maintain level 2, correction 320. Hey, American 242, cross Hollywood and maintain level 320. Los Angeles Center, roger, good.
There we go.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, that's really funny. Oh, got it. Oh, I just heard him say loud and clear. That was probably for you. Nice. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 4500 directly over Dana Point. We've got information Victor like to get radar services inbound to John Wayne for a full stop.
American 242 is cross Hollywood, Hotel Lima Yankee Whiskey Delta at flight level 320.
Damn it. Other aircraft say again.
Yeah, affirmative. There 444 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal approach, squawk 2115 ident.
2115 for Foxtrot Golf. Whiteley, can you do it in time?
Roman ident 2.
Airport Foxtrot Golf for radar contact.
If you guys do like these videos, be sure to smash that thumbs up
miles to the
button.
southeast of the John Wayne Airport. You said you're landing at John Wayne.
Yeah, affirmative, landed at John Wayne, full stop.
Airport Foxtrot Golf, roger, maintain VFR, John Wayne altimeter 3012.
Alright, maintaining VFR 3012 for Foxtrot Golf. Gargantuan, where are you? Are you on the ground?
1720 Papa, St. Louis Tower, your distance from the field?
Dial up 911. Are you in the air right now? Do you know your location?
176 here, Papa. You are aware that you just violated Delta airspace. You got to establish two-way ready communication before you can enter, and you did not do that. So enter
172 Sierra Papa, and he busted in airspace.
Yeah, no problem. Just you have to establish two-way communication. If you don't, you have to
Military VR out. Not really. Sometimes they do, but not really all the time.
Tower 4 Foxtrot Golf, are you familiar with Signal Peak?
Affirmative, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, Roger. Proceed direct Signal Peak, report over Signal Peak.
Okay, report over Signal Peak, 4 Foxtrot Golf. Am I familiar with Signal Peak, Chris?
Target 242, thank you, sir. Contact
So I love him because he is,
2635 connect.
he RPs the crap out of this. It's
2910, clear direct to
it's
Hollywood.
really cool. Gargantuan, are you in a F-18 by any chance? Doing 250. Yeah. Nice. Hauling ass. VR. Freaking awesome.
Tower 4 Foxtrot Golf, do you have Signal Peak in sight?
Yeah, Signal Peak in sight, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, thank you, sir. Contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
Okay, 1268, 4 Foxtrot Golf. Joey Tower, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf with information Echo approaching Signal Peak, descending through 3,700 for full stop landing. We're parked at Dove Street.
Tower 444 Foxtrot Golf, John Wayne Tower, good evening, enter left downwind runway 20 left.
Okay, left downwind for 20 left for Foxtrot Golf. We would so in the real world, there's actually one more VFR spot that they send you to. I don't know if you can see this. Verity, thanks for being here, man. Have a great night. So this is Signal Peak is where SoCal sends you, which is right here. I'm almost directly over it. Yeah, airplane, man. I was thinking the same thing. I was hoping that he would keep me on 1268 too. But yeah, so airplane, man, you know this. So SoCal will send you to Signal Peak. Once you get passed over to the tower, they'll send you to UCI. And you report over UCI, and that sets you up for a nice 45 over the... or 45 into the pattern. So you go Signal Peak and then check in over UCI, which is what we're doing anyway right now. You can see that we're just direct to UCI right here. So it's just naturally coming off Signal Peak, but they usually want you to check in at that point because you're not in the pattern yet. So if they're needing to slot you into pattern traffic, they've got time to do that. But we're almost to our pattern altitude here. Where you planning on flying, Iowa? All right, let's go Fuel
Air 4
tanks.
Fox Shark Golf, I have you in sight, runway 20 left if you like cleared short approach.
Awesome, great. Cleared short approach, 20 left, 4 Foxtrot Golf, thanks. Chris, got you inside. I love
Air 4 Fox Shark Golf, wind calm, runway 20 left, cleared line.
Clear land 20 left, 4 Foxtrot Golf. Question is, how short of an approach do we want to make this? No, he doesn't have a tower view at all. He just RPs it, which is awesome. I love it when he does that. Like, he knows that I fly here.
Aircraft, local time now is 2300 hours. All pilots, control positions are now closed. Cross Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta Airspace procedures are no longer in effect. All airborne aircraft operating Alpha, monitor 122.75. All airborne aircraft operating within Bravo, Charlie, and Delta Airspace, monitor the appropriate advisory frequencies. Pilot edge will resume. No more operations at 0800 local. Fly safe. Well, have a great night. See you.
Have a great night. Thanks, Chris.
No problem. See you, man.
Would have helped if I had the autopilot uncoupled for my fancy little short approach here. So in the Archer, I can go from right here to the runway with no power, but this thing will not do it. And we're just gonna... Oh yeah, this is gonna be nice. They might be able to tell from some other means, but it's definitely not. They don't have a view. Trim. I hit the go-around power with my elbow. Oh my god, that was terrible. John Wayne traffic, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf going around left close traffic, runway 20 left. John Wayne. Yeah. One more sip of the brandy, loosen it up a little bit. Oh, look at all the drones out over El Toro. It's just like swarming with them. So stupid. Gear still down. Gear still down. I know, it's silly. And every time I fly, every time I do the El Toro departure, it's like, you know, VFR traffic. Well, I'm just like, does it really matter? Do you really need to tell me? No, it's like a concert venue now in a parking lot. Yeah, it's Disney, sweetheart. No one cares. That happened a long time ago. With the orthos, they are always like taxing through people's houses. Yeah, it's pretty preposterous. Okay, we're gonna be coming in hot. But not as hot as the last time. And this landing light is like a bazillion times brighter than the real 4 Foxtrot Golf. Oh, I love this feeling when you're like, you're 4 white on the pappies and you're you're at your approach speed and you can just freaking crank it down. That was kind of weird, but keep it rolling down to hotel. Yeah, my ass acceptable. That was freaking sweet. No butter tonight. You know what? Let's get it in there. I still am not trimmed. Let's get that trim going here. There we go. John Wayne traffic. White Archer going around. Left close traffic. 20 left. My butter melted. No, not flying via keyboard. What was I hitting? I do have my keyboard here though, and I've got a lot of stuff bound to it, but yeah, I'm not flying via the keyboard. This is like my views. Just a noisy, it's a very clicky, noisy keyboard. With just so much freaking RGB, it's insane. Look at that. Boom. Shit. Okay, let's fly it like a normal person. How about that? Tap to view one notum. Taxiway, steel plates, hotel. Okay, there's a beam and we're still high. Yeah, I have like the props and gear. What else do I have? The views. Okay, turn on to our modified base. 75. There's MacArthur. Slice that guy. Let's get the final notch of flaps coming in here. Right on cue. There's the glide slope. Look at that. That's a normal pattern. Okay, we have to butter this in. Little low, yeah, but we have the runway made. And by a little low, I mean a lot of low. This plane just does not have, does not store energy, so I gotta keep it in, and I wanna have enough space in case I float it. Yeah, 22! Buttered it. Shit. Yeah. That's why you go a little bit low, because you want to get the highest score there. My cockpit was in Discord. Whiteley, when has it been since I started streaming or earlier? Currently scheduled for the 19th is the cross-country solo. Taxiing to Duff Street, John Wayne, 4 Fox Golf. Bye. It was last month. No, the solo, the dual cross-country was last month, but the solo is in a week and a half. Is that how math works with time and everything? Dates? the plane is gonna be ready on the 14th. So what? Yeah, so that should be on like Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Tuesday, something like that. Getting closer to my soul as we speak. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that is really cool. It's the best. It really is the best. Anyone know how to make the concrete shiny and X-plane? I am not sure. Is that even possible? Oh, there's my turn. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really flown when it's been raining too much. Yeah, I very much missed my turn there. we almost taxied right into Airplane Man's LSA over there. Not a great park job, but it'll do. Good night, Cessna. Oops. All right, let's get the chocks on there. There we go. All tucked away. Oh, crap. Yeah. What the fuck is going on here? Well, I just got to John Wayne High Wing. I just buttered it in after a couple of shots. Oh, did you really? I haven't been on the social medias, so I'm sure you've got some sweet pics. Yeah. Well, Juan had never gone to Montgomery, so he went, had to pick up a pop-up Wi-Fi. Nice. Walked him through an ILS. Sweet, dude. You probably flew right over me then. Just reposted a shot on Discord. Okay, I'll check that out, White Lake. Yeah, if anybody wants to also join on Discord that isn't already, there's the link via our friend Nightbot. And if anyone's lurking here that has not followed,
if you guys do like these videos, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel.
Thank you very much, Steve-O. Steve-O1 Knievo. So that was good. We learned a lot of crap tonight. I'm definitely going to post this on YouTube because it was super educational for me, at least. So thank you to everyone that was here at the beginning that helped out so much on the flight planning. We did a lot of top of descent, top of climb calculation stuff. That was really helpful. Made some mistakes early on, figured out what we did wrong, corrected them, and it was freaking awesome. And I almost overshot Dove Street and did a little side loading. January 19th, Airplane Man. That is the scheduled time right now, flying to Camarillo. So that's going to be freaking sweet. Ernie, thank you so much. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you to everyone that watched. And most importantly, remember,
a good pilot is always learning.
That's right. That's right, Jason Shepard. A good pilot is always learning. All right, guys. Hope you had a great Wednesday. I will see you. I will see you, El Gargantuan. Thank you. I will see you guys here on Friday. It's going to be a fun one on Friday. We're going to be able to get really loud. Julia's going to be gone, so have the whole place to ourselves. We'll do something really weird and loud, and it'll be awesome. So, Richard, thank you so much for being here as well. Yeah. Have a good night, guys. Peace out.